I spent most of yesterday crying. We'll talk about why. But what I've noticed about myself crying is that I cry a lot, but 99% of the time it's happy tears. Like I cry literally all the time. I'm a Pisces. I cry all the time. But I realized yesterday that I rarely cry because I'm sad. So there's this hard thing as a creator when your job is being perceived all the time and sharing parts of your life with millions of people. It can be hard to know like what level of transparency I want to have with people and how much about my personal life I want to share. And so there's been something that's going on in my life for the last 5 years that I've really not talked about, with the exception of maybe like a couple little comments here or there. And that was intentional. Like I was trying to keep my private life private. But after yesterday, I think I realized that community looks different for everyone. And as somebody who struggles with loneliness and feeling like I have a lack of community, I think it's important to reach out to the people that I do have, and that's you guys, which is a little Black Mirror and a little weird. But you guys are my community. Though obviously having a support group and community in person is really valuable. I also want to be transparent on here with what I'm going through because I think that having this community is important as well. All right, so let's talk about it. In 2020, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I am gonna cry, just so you know. It was a hard day yesterday. This was my mom's second cancer diagnosis. So when I was in high school, she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And it was a weird situation where they knew something was wrong and they went in and did surgery and were able to remove part of her lung. And so it's like we found out that she had cancer and didn't have cancer at the same time. And that was kind of like a difficult thing to wrestle with as a kid. But obviously she was cancer-free. So we were just like, all right, she's cancer-free. Everything's fine. She went to her yearly appointments. Everything was fine. Everything was good. At her 5-year appointment, she was told that she's just as likely as anyone to have cancer again. And like, who gets cancer twice? You know, like I'm not saying that anybody is invincible, that anyone is above anything else, but like who gets cancer twice? You know, like, and also if you are going to get cancer twice, to me, it's like, the second time should be easy. You know, I know her first time was easy. But if you're going to get it again, like being diagnosed with terminal cancer, like that's pretty effed up. That's pretty effed up. So about a year after that appointment where she was told, everything's good, you're just as likely as anyone else. She went in for scans. I forget even like why. There was just like something. She just like lit up like a Christmas tree. Cancer everywhere. I'm doing this because I know that this is good for me. I know that it's good because I haven't done this. I haven't really allowed myself to feel this way. I know filming it like feels silly, but I don't know. I think it just is making me feel less alone. When I got this news, I was living about an hour away from my parents. And I think when you hear stage 4, obviously you think you go to worst case scenario. And I think that's all where we went. We were never given a clear timeline on how long we were going to have with her. But we obviously knew there wasn't a cure for what she had. My dad sat us down and from the energy I was receiving from it, it was that it wasn't going to be a long time. And again, I didn't, it takes time to process that information, to understand what you're hearing. But my dad, because of his job, was able to get better health insurance, and this allowed my mom to go to a hospital called City of Hope, where they do like a lot of groundbreaking cancer research and have access to a lot of clinical trials that she wouldn't have been able to do at a different hospital. And she was able to receive some of the best care. And it's 2025 and my mom's still here. She walked me down the aisle at my wedding. And hopefully in a few weeks here, or any day really, she'll become a grandma to me and my wife's foster kids. I know it's a little different, but she'll get to have that experience. I never imagined that I was going to have these 5 years. But because of that, during this time period, we just kept getting more time. We just kept getting bought more time. She'd get a scan and they'd say, we're keeping the cancer at bay and it's shrinking. It's not, it's not going to go away, but it's shrinking. And if we can keep it shrinking and we can keep it at bay, then we can buy more time. And then it's 6 more months and it's 3 more months. And it just kept being more time. And there were times where she really looked sick and you could see she was in pain. And then there were times where it's like you'd almost forget, it's just like, that's my mom. You wouldn't even really know. So I'm learning to be really thankful for those years that I had, because they weren't guaranteed. How lucky am I, to have that time? And it's because of this clinical trial, this medicine that she was on. I keep telling her, I'm like, Mom, you're going to go down in history books, because, any patient who's undergoing a clinical trial, like, they're being studied and these doctors and scientists are learning from how the medicine responds, and like my mom will help cure cancer one day. So this trial was working really well, and about a month ago she started having pain in her chest, and my mom was here 2 weekends ago for my wife and I's little foster shower that we had, and she was up on her feet helping me make sandwiches, decorating the house. I guess that the medication has caused a lot of inflammation in her lungs, and they had to take her off of it. In the past, when they've had to take her off of a treatment, it was temporary. And then they'd put her back on and they'd keep going, and they had a plan, and there was just always more that they could do. There was just always, okay, it's okay, we're going to take her off of this, but we're going to pivot and we're going to do this. And that's been the direction that things have been going. That's been what's predictable. It's been, we're going to try this, and then that thing works a little bit. It gives us more time, and that's how it's been going. But because of the inflammation, they took her off the trial that was working. And they're not going to put her back on, and they're not going to put her on any other trial or anything, basically. They're at the point where it's chemo or nothing. And chemo sucks. And my mom is tired. And she's been battling this for so long. And she's tired. So, I was with her yesterday. There's nothing worse than seeing your parent in pain. You know? Because they're supposed to be strong for you. And now I have to be strong. And everyone's trying to be strong and nobody's strong. And I hate crying. And I hate being sad. And I love my mom. And I don't know how much time we have. So it's this internal battle for me of, she's about an hour and a half away from where I live, and I want to spend every moment with her. But then when I'm there, it's really hard. It's really hard. So I feel guilty for not being there. But then being there is really hard. I'm sharing this publicly. One, because I don't want to feel so alone. Two, because I don't know, maybe this is good for me to talk about out loud, and I don't know who to talk to. And I don't know, maybe someone else is going through something similar and can connect, but cancer sucks. It sucks. I will say that. I have a lot of other words that I would like to use, but I'll just say it sucks. It sucks that my mom has cancer, because my mom is awesome and she's a good person. And she's supposed to be able to be a grandma and help raise her grandbabies and live an awesome life with my dad when he retires. And cancer sucks. It sucks. And I hate it. And I wish it would go F itself, frankly. I am an optimist, like 99.9% of the time. I'm happy all the time. Like, literally all the time. I think if you asked anybody who knows me in real life, like, how would you describe Coles? Happy, cheerful, a little delusional, but in a good way. I try to find the best in everything. I wake up every morning excited to go live life, enjoy the world. I'm not used to feeling sad. I've been sad about this the last 5 years, but my mom defied like a lot of odds. So I just had hope like we would just keep buying more time and we just wouldn't be here yet. I just wasn't ready. And I don't know what here is, even. Because I still don't know. Because nobody has told us, because we don't know. We don't know if she does chemo, like how long she'll have. And if she doesn't, how long she'll have. We don't know. So, that has been going on in my life. Behind the scenes. And I haven't been sharing about it, but now I'm sharing about it. I don't know how much else I'll talk about it. It'll be part of my story forever, you know? But right now, I'm allowing myself to cry and allowing myself to be sad because it's something that I don't do often, and I think it's good. And then I'm also gonna allow myself to have hope and to have joy and to be grateful for the time that we've had. I believe that joy is one of the most beautiful things we have. And while it's good to be sad and take time to be sad, like I'm doing and will continue doing, I want to choose joy. I want to choose joy. So I will be choosing joy the rest of the day. I can't guarantee that I won't be sad interspersed, but I'm going to do things today that bring me joy and make me feel joyful. And I'm going to bring you with me and show you what those things are, because maybe they will bring you joy as well. I don't know. So the rest of this video will be happy or real. No, because I'm done filming myself crying, frankly. Let's get the day started. I think opening your windows is like the best antidepressant. It's like, open your freaking windows. The world is out there. It's beautiful. It's sunny. In California, it's sunny. I'm sorry if you don't live in California. But when I open my windows, suddenly it feels like things are gonna be okay, you know? I bought a bird feeder that sticks to the window, and my cat has been absolutely obsessed with it, except that he doesn't realize that the birds are afraid of him. The problem is that he literally thinks that like the birds are his friends. Like he wants to play with them. He's a very sweet baby boy. He's a very sweet, no, just sit with mommy, just relax. He literally wants to play with the birds. He does not want to kill them, like guaranteed. I know you're thinking, no, he wants to kill them. No, he doesn't. Okay, I know my baby. And my other cat has 2 little bird stuffy toys, and she literally tucks them into bed with her every night on her heating pad, okay? You cannot tell me that a cat that tucks her birds onto a heating pad wants to kill them. My cats are not killers. They're sweet baby angels. Isn't that right, my love? Yeah, you're a good boy. You're my good boy. I think Shadow likes crows because he looks like them. Because you're basically just a crow yourself, huh? Yes, you are. One way I am combating sadness this summer is by gardening and spending too much money gardening without doing enough research. But I think that that's what's great about TikTok, is that TikTok counts as research as far as I'm concerned. And frankly, like, not to be dramatic, but our garden is actually thriving. Let me show you. Come down here with me. This is our lettuce bed. We have different types of lettuce. I've also planted marigolds because apparently they're a natural pest repellent, which is kind of cool. We have some kale back here. I don't eat kale. I don't know why I planted that, but we're gonna have kale this summer. Maybe I'll start eating kale. We also made a fairy garden because we're lesbians. I don't know, that just felt like the right thing to do, you know? So this is our fairy garden down here. Let me squat. Oh, yes. Okay, so we have a little pond for our fairies. They live under this little tree right here. Here, let me give you like a little close-up zoom situation. My wife and I strategically picked out houses based off of each fairy. So we looked at each fairy and we've created lore for all of them because that felt like the right thing to do, you know? If you come with me this way, we enter into this part of the garden. And over here, we have, what is this? What did I plant here? Starting to fall apart. I'm starting to lose it. We live kind of near the beach, so there's seagulls sometimes, which is so magical. Okay, so down here, we planted a bunch of potatoes and onions, not realizing that apparently they get huge. So big mistake, but we're learning. So one sprouted here, one sprouted here, one sprouted here, and there's a new one breaking through right there. And then we have, this is our first little onion that's breaking through, and I'm so excited. We have 2 zucchini plants here. Again, big mistake. These are going to become huge. I might have to move them. That's okay. Tomatoes back here, marigolds, dill. I don't know why I planted dill there. It just seemed like the right thing to do at the time. And then over here, let me show you what we have, what we're working with. I feel like a year from now, I'm going to be like starting a gardening channel. Don't be shocked if I transition to gardening content. I skipped a whole bed like a crazy person. This is our flower bed. And mostly everything here is doing well, with the exception of like one plant, which is kind of like a sleigh, honestly, because we planted these a while ago. And like my thing is like, if I plant them and then they're not doing well, it's like a sign. It's like, okay, yeah, clearly I don't know what I'm doing and I should have researched better. But they're doing well. So I'm like, obviously I know what I'm doing and I'm a gardening expert and I know more than anyone else in the entire world. Anyway, over here we have sweet bell peppers. We have jalapenos. This is cucumber in this little pot. I need to like probably plant that somewhere. Strawberries, basil. What else? More cucumbers. Guys, I don't even know at this point. I just keep putting things in. Crazy. Here we have our little carrots over here in pots. Also might move those. And then I have this planter bed that I just laid down there. And I'm going to be putting, do you hear that bird? I'm going to be putting herbs and stuff in there so we can have a little herb garden. So gardening is my new hobby. This is my problem though, is that I need to start getting hobbies that don't cost money because I keep spending money. That's also a separate issue. Like I just have a spending problem. I also put this trellis up. I built this with my bare hands. It was from Amazon, let me be completely transparent. But I got like vining vegetables. So I got cucumbers and green beans, and then they're going to grow on either side of the trellis, allegedly. That's what's supposed to happen. We'll see. We'll see if that comes true. I live up on a hill and I love just like standing there and staring out, pretending that I own this place. One thing I know is true. When I am outside, I feel less sad. I hate to admit that, but it's my truth. When I'm outside, it's hard to be sad out here. It really is. It really is hard. The sun feels so good. Just texted me and asked if I wanted to meet her at work for breakfast, and duh, nothing is healing like your hot wife. Hello? So we're gonna go get bagels. Her break is in an hour, so I'm gonna go take a shower. My hair is filthy, but here's my new problem is that, so I don't wash my hair very often. I usually wash it like maybe once or twice a week. It's part of why I think it's been able to be so long and luscious. But I now am obsessed with the shampoo that I have at my gym. I go to a fancy gym and they have, I literally looked online yesterday to see how much just the shampoo was. Are you ready for this? A Pantene bottle size thing of this shampoo was $48. No. So when I tell you, like, I will be using and abusing the shampoo at the gym. So I need to wash my hair today, but why would I wash it today if I'm gonna wash it tomorrow at the gym with shampoo that costs $48? You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna have dirty hair today. I'm gonna wear a hat. I do this very frequently. I'll put it up, put a hat on. I don't really care. Because dirty means different things to people. Like dirty for me is like it's a little greasy, but it's not dirty. I'm not rolling around in dirt. And I don't get sweaty at the gym because I'm not working out hard enough right now to get sweaty, and I'm also just not objectively like a very sweaty person. So to me it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm disgusting. I shower every single day, so twice a day normally. I just don't wash my hair. Whatever. Here, wait. Let me show you my hair, and then you can judge me. Let me flex on you. Hold up. Oh, what was that? Yeah, it's been a week since I washed it. Oh yeah. Oh, what was that? You think it's gross? You think it's gross that I only wash my hair once a week? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm just kidding. Imagine if that was my personality. Maybe it is a little bit, I don't really know. Anyway, let's go take a shower. Well, you're not coming with me in there, that's disgusting. I'm married! I'm gonna go take a shower and then we're gonna get dressed. I'll show you my outfit. Cause I'm gonna be cute for my wife. Duh. Oh, what's wrong, honey? Oh, you're very upset, honey. Oh, he's so sad. He said, please, you're not having cereal this morning, so I can't lick your milk when you're done. I know, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go have breakfast with mommy. He's pissed. Okay, fit check to go get a jalapeno cheddar bagel. I was gonna put on something cute. This is cute, but then I remembered that I live in Orange County and basically anything goes here. I mean, I'm gonna walk into that bagel place and there's gonna be people in pajamas, and that's California for you, baby. That's California for you. Okay, I'm also gonna put on a little hoodie. This is a hoodie that is from my hometown, which is kind of funny. It's called Ocean View Sport. What is it? Ocean View Board Sports, which is funny because my hometown is not a beach town, but technically the street that this shop is on, if you look far enough, you can actually see the ocean on a clear day. So that's why it's called Ocean View, because that's the name of the street. Here's a little bun tutorial for you, because y'all always be asking me for a bun tutorial. I literally just twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, and then I tuck, here, let me get closer. Tuck this, boop, into the thing. Bam, literally it'll stay by itself. You gotta have pretty long hair to do this, I will say, okay? And then, bam, that's my bun. Let's get a close up with better lighting. Here we go. Perfect, gorgeous. Why do I have a car seat? Oh my God, thank you so much for asking. If you noticed at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that we are about to become foster moms. Literally could get a call anytime now. We technically will get our license approved in 1 to 2 weeks, they said. Though I know that that doesn't always mean anything, but we've also heard that sometimes people will get placement calls before their license is even approved, and then they'll like rush approve your license so that you can take the kiddo. So we are just overly prepared, because if you should know anything about me, you should know that I am overly prepared for everything. And I literally mean everything. We have had this nursery, come with me. We've had this nursery set up, I'm not even kidding. This has been set up in our home. We moved in here in June. I've had a crib since our last apartment. I've had a crib for a year. We're getting approved this month in March of 2025. Okay? I'm a little crazy. I'm a little over-prepared. We have toys. We have an entire closet filled with clothes. And this is just the first kid's room. This is for our 0 to 3-year-old placements, maybe 4-year-olds too. Kind of just depends on the vibes and like the kiddo and what their interests are and everything. This bag is packed, completely filled to the brim with stuff if we are going to be picking up a baby from the hospital, because we're going to be doing emergency placements. A lot of the time emergency placements are infants that need to come home from a hospital while they are looking for family. So we would take care of them in the meantime. This is our toddler backpack. Winnie the Pooh, it's my wife's. So if we get a call for a toddler, then we have a backpack filled with stuff. We don't know if it'll be a situation where they're coming to our house or if we are picking them up. So just to kind of be prepared, we just packed 2 bags, especially because our county also works with LA. So in a situation where we maybe have to go far to pick up a kiddo, we just wanted to make sure that we have stuff that we need. This is the second kid's room. Pretty much everything in this room is thrifted. This little dress right here is actually my mom's dress when she was a baby, which I think is so cool. All this stuff is thrifted. We have 2 twin beds in here. We have our little stroller with Cinder on the bed. Cinder thinks that this is her room. She's going to learn very quickly that it is not. But she's very excited. She's like, here, wait, sorry, it tracks my face. So she's very excited to meet her new brother or sister. Yes, ma'am. And she loves sitting in the sun. That is like her favorite thing in the world. You do love the sun. She's so cute. It's like not 10.5. neglected cleaning my house for the last few days. It's not terrible, but it could be better. I'm gonna do like a 30-minute power clean, and then I'm gonna reward myself with some gardening. And then I think I'm gonna watch a show. Let's clean.